Beautiful. Okay. So today's a little bit of a different session. Welcome everybody to Wellness Professionals Club. We have 2 coaching sessions a month. Is anybody new to this? Is this anybody's first time that you are attending the sessions? Let me know just so that I am aware. So we have 2 coaching sessions a month, and typically these coaching sessions revolve around business. So whether it's a KPI session, how to have a meaningful conversation, profit and loss statement, calculating cost of goods. So it's generally always business geared. I have had so much communication around treatments. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because of me experimenting quite a bit in the last couple of months with new and exciting treatments and therapies. But now there's been such an influx of communication as to, well, Marisa, what is the latest like treatments, and what's newest and whatever. So I thought, well, let me address that today. And then in our 2 weeks' time coaching session, I'm going to be doing, that's quite a great one because I do it at this time of year every year. I'm going to give you a couple of tips. I think there's about 6 of them that are guaranteed to doubling your revenue in the festive season. So that's a good one not to miss, with some essential takeaways on how you can make sure that you optimize your revenue. Not only optimize it, because remember, the festive season, Christmas is the biggest spend event of the year. Okay, followed after that comes Mother's Day. So you really want to make sure that it's your biggest spend event or spend time of year as well. So that I'll do in the next one. All right, so let's kick off today. Don't forget, we've only got about 2 months to use this word. It's our 2024 word of the year called elevate. And what we're going to do today revolves around this word once again, because we're going to elevate what type of treatment offering we have in our businesses to meet the consumer demands and the global trends that are happening at the moment. Okay, so before I show you what these treatments are, because I think you're going to get really excited by some of the things that you're going to see today, but I would like to just go through this before I show you the treatments. When deciding what treatments to introduce, there is a very important and specific process that you need to do. I'm going to take you through a few of these considerations now, and then so that they're fresh in your mind, and then we will go through the treatments. So as you're seeing the treatments, you already know what the considerations are and what you need to do. So I'm not going to do it the other way around. I'm going to tell you your considerations first. Okay. So first of all, what you need to do is look at your business's current top selling treatments. Okay, so you need to go and you pull that report. I would say top 5, not even top 10. You go and you pull your top 5 treatments. You will base your choice of what new treatment to introduce on the top 5. So to give you an example, if massage, or let's say if facials do not feature in your top 5, so facials comes number 10 on your top 10 list, I wouldn't touch anything to do with facials. So people do it the other way around. They say, well, I want to introduce facials to capture a market. Now, that is the incorrect way to introduce treatments. You should be introducing treatments that are enhancing or adding on to your top selling treatments. So if body is your main selling treatment, you start with what can you do new, innovative, that aligns with your top selling treatments. Does that make sense, everyone? So you don't want to, I'm going to add laser hair removal because I want to get a new client base. Absolutely not. remember, you want to nurture the client base that you have. It costs you far less to make your current client base spend more money than it's going to cost you to get a new customer base. Okay. So your other consideration that I've already touched on is what can you add on or enhance to what you already have. So try not, let's say, for example, you do zero body in your business and you are only facial and aesthetics. Well, to go and introduce a body treatment for me would be absolute suicide because it's totally out of your lane. So I would stay in your lane, look at what you can add on or enhance of what you've currently got. Then you're going to look at who is your current client right now. Who are my current clients? What are they doing now? Where are they spending their money? So are they spending their money on wellness? Are they spending their money on sports recovery? Or are they spending their money on anti-aging? Okay. Then you're going to look at, because this is also important, is who would I like to target? Okay, so, and I've put target client last because people make their decisions on what to introduce based on target client first, and that is bad business practice. You put target client last on the list. So yes, you do want to increase your customer base, but you do that once you have met the needs of your current client and your top selling treatments. So I hope that makes sense, everybody. Let me know in the chat box, making sense to everyone? And then, so first you're going to do your considerations. Then you're going to do a competitor analysis. So if you like, I don't know, needling, micro needling, right? Before you decide to introduce it, you are going to go and have a look at how many people are doing it. Are my current clients interested in it? Are facials top of my list? So if facials are in my top 5, great, microneedling makes sense to introduce. But very importantly is the competitor analysis. You want to position yourself in the most perfect spot for your current client. So I'm going to make the point in another way. Sometimes people introduce treatments because they see that another salon or spa is flying with like a laser machine, for example, and they go, oh, I also want to get a laser because I want to get those clients, all those laser clients. Wrong move. You're making the purchasing of that treatment or offering of that treatment for the wrong reasons. Okay. So I just want you to get your thought process, why you are doing this, correct, the considerations and your competitor analysis. Then if you do need any guidance, you know where I am. I am more than happy to help you dissect. I obviously would like you to come to me with the information and say, here's my top 5. This is what I'd like to do. What is your opinion on this? Okay. So I'm going to show you some of, and remember, not everything I'm going to show you here is going to be suitable for you. But the idea behind doing this is I want something to resonate to you. I want something to say to you, oh, this sounds amazing for me. Okay. Right. So let's have a look. Okay. So first of all, red LED light exposure. Anybody heard of this before? So it's no longer tan cans, okay? Tan cans and sunbeds are for one thing, that's UV light exposure. What's the latest trend at the moment? And I'm going to show you some other pictures that is going to show you how massive this trend is. And I believe that every single one of you can introduce this, and I'll show you why. Okay. The trend now is to go with LED in any shape or form. Now, I want to explain something quickly about LED so that you understand it. First of all, it's red light LED. So we're not talking blue and yellow and all. It's red light LEDs, exactly what you see in front of you. The red light reduces inflammation and stimulates collagen. And if you think about it, what do all human beings want? They want to reduce inflammation, because inflammation is the reason why we have aches and pains, why our cells deteriorate. It all starts with inflammation, okay? And of course, we want to stimulate collagen because the older we grow, the less the collagen produces. So it actually is interesting because the red light stimulates the ATP cells. You've heard about that before, right? Adenosine triphosphate. And that means that it stimulates new cell growth. And that's exactly what we want. So now, how do we offer this? Because these beds are an absolute fortune. They are probably in the region of 500,000, 600,000 Rand at a minimum, okay? And I must tell you, the appetites, depending where in the world you are, is not sky high yet for the beds. Not yet, okay? Unless you are in a sports recovery center or a health wellness recovery, then, oh my word, these beds are in demand. Okay, so that's what they look like. So it's not a sunbed, it's a red light LED bed. Now look at this. What they are, this is how massive this trend is. They are now doing their workouts, sportsmen, bodybuilders. They even do their bicycles, those Peloton or Pentagon, I don't know, you know, that Peloton, those Peloton bikes. Excuse me. People are doing their workouts in front of a red light LED because now not only are they getting the exercise, but that red light is going deep into their cells, stimulating this ATP production, which is unbelievable. Okay. So this is where I believe all of you can start your journey with red lights. And this is called like a mat, you can see, you lie on it. Okay. They are not extremely ridiculously expensive. I think they're in the region of 12,000, 13,000 Rand. But basically, this will be an add-on to absolutely any treatment you do. So you do a facial, you can say to your clients, would you like to have the LED mat as an upsell or an add-on to your facial? Or you do a massage. You say to them, would you like to do your massage on the LED mat? And you just massage them. It's got a beautiful plastic covering that can be sterilized. And then if you're doing a facial, the mat actually closes up like a camping, you know, those, what do you call them? Those, when you go camping, you get into those blankets. I forgot what they're called, but it actually closes up. And the whole idea, by the way, behind these LEDs is the closer they are to the body, the better the results. So that's why you are seeing, if you can get somebody to lie directly on this mat, and yes, they are saying with your clothes on, I can tell you the least clothing they have on, the more this touches skin on skin, the better it's going to be for your clients. Okay. Yes, Thelma, like a sleeping bag. Well done. That's the word I was looking at. So this lady here on the right, can you see this piece of mat that I'm showing you here with my arrow? This mat actually folds over and sandwiches her in the middle. So you either have it open and you do your massage and you flip them over, or you sandwich them in the LED. And you know what? If this can add 400, let's say 400 Rand, or 20 or 30 pounds to your docket, well, this is what you want. This is now taking wellness and we're evolving it into beauty, into aesthetics. So this really is one that is not to be ignored. Okay. And this is for me where you can start and you can start building your way up in the LED world as you go along. Okay. Next one. Anybody heard of salt inhalation therapy? Salt inhalation therapy. So I'm not talking about, I just want to show you a picture. I'm not talking about this Himalayan salt wall. Not talking about that. This is one thing, yes. I am talking about actual salt inhalation. So you can put salt inhalation. It is a little compressor. Again, they are not very expensive. The only thing with this is you need a separate room. Why? Because as you have your therapy, you get a thin layer of salt all over your body. Okay. But I'll tell you a little bit about this salt therapy. Everybody thinks, and it's also called halo therapy, by the way, HALO therapy. You can go and research it. So everybody thinks this is like quite a new vibe and quite a new hype. And I want to tell you, when they first started suspecting salt inhalation was in 1843. Everybody, that's yonks ago, hey? 1843, a Polish physician noticed that salt mine workers, so the mine workers who worked in the salt mines, got no respiratory issues or lung issues whatsoever compared to their counterparts that worked in other mines. Now, how unbelievable is that? Then, 100 years later, in 1943, another German doctor discovered the same thing. And that's when they realized, hold on a second, there is something to the salt inhalation. But I do want to tell you that they call it a hypothesis. Do you know what a hypothesis is, everybody? So that means that I'm taking a theory and I am testing it and I'm seeing results, but there's no scientific data yet. Okay, so it's not there's no scientific data. And that's why this, for example, is not accepted by medical aids, yet you've got people treating themselves for asthma and getting better in these rooms. So how the hypothesis is, I'll tell you what it is, that when you inhale these salt particles, because I've been in a room before, you actually taste the salt in your mouth. That's pretty incredible. The water, it draws the water into the airway lining, okay, of where you're all the way down. That's why you land up tasting it in your mouth, all the way down into your lungs. It thins the mucus and makes it easier to raise. Plus, in this chamber or pod or wherever you want to put it, it is a completely allergen-free environment. So people who suffer from allergies, oh my word, unbelievable. Okay, so now where do you put it in? You can put it in a sauna. You really can. I've been in a salt inhalation sauna. You can put it in one of these rooms. So this, by the way, is a Himalayan salt room. So this now not only has the compressor, but it's also got this wall here. In this particular room, it's pink. Okay. And I just want you to see what my slide here says. Of all of the so-called benefits, okay, reduces the signs of aging, supports breathing and blood circulation, increases bone strength, promotes and regulates sleep, promotes stable pH in the cells, including the brain, promotes improved ability to absorb nutrients through the intestines, reduces muscle cramps, promotes healthy kidneys, okay, compared to the use of regular common salts, and it's not chemically treated in any way. So, I mean, this is pretty awesome, right? So this particular room, not only do you have the salt compressor, but it also has color therapy. So can you see this wall is orange? And the other wall that I showed you just now was pink. And then they've got a blue one. So this combines salt halotherapy with color therapy. So if somebody is coming in and they, for example, are suffering from depression, they will put them with an orange light, because that is the light that works on the brain, okay, on that neural pathway of the brain, to enhance the mood and make a person feel better. And then the salt has, all the other health benefits. Kim, did you say, yes, it can, Kim, it can go in a sauna. So the sauna one is just a little compressor that you get, and they attach the compressor into the sauna. This, by the way, is, I mean, this is if you want to take it next level, is an absolute salt inhalation room. So instead of having a rest area in a spa where you look at the pool or you look at the sky, now you go into the rest area and you actually get some health benefits from it as well. Plus you have the color therapy. So how cool is that? Hey, it's pretty awesome. So this is massive. Everywhere I'm going now, All the saunas I'm seeing, they're all changing to either salt therapy or infrared saunas, all of it. The next one that I want you to embrace this one, because you can do it like this, and it doesn't take a lot of money for you to do. But sound therapy is becoming huge everywhere. In fact, I don't know what they call that treatment, but when there are certain kids that have got attention deficit disorder and they can't concentrate, there is a therapy that they do with earphones. The kids put the earphones on and they're exposed. They have to keep them on for 1 hour a day. So it is a 14-day treatment, 1 hour a day. And there is specific sounds on there that work with the concentration neural pathways of the brain. So if that is how they are treating attention deficit disorder, a neurological condition, how much can we use this to enhance our clients' journeys? So I want to tell you, this is easy. You can get yourself earphones, or you can get yourself one of those sound pods. And how I would like you to start this in your businesses is start matching music to treatments and to suit what the outcome that your client needs from that treatment. So if your client comes in and they say they are not sleeping well, you will then, and there's lots of ways to do this. There is a more inexpensive way where you can go onto Spotify and look for your own tracks. And then there's and it's not killer expensive, but there is a slightly more like formal way to do it. Okay. We've actually had him talk on Wellness Professionals Club before. His name is Brian. He's actually a DJ. And Brian mixes music for our industry for specific outcomes. So if you need concentration, he's got a playlist. If you need anti-aging, believe it or not, anti-aging, he's got a playlist. So you don't have to start there. I mean, that's when you really want to start going. I would like you to start somewhere. And the somewhere is start pairing music with an outcome, not just whales and the forest. And I mean, that is so yesterday. Okay, so this is a massive, massive trend all over the show overseas. In fact, the last, it was in Croatia, in the hotel room. It's no longer music stations on the television. When I was scrolling through the television, it was music for an outcome. So anti-stress, calming your nerves, focus, inability to focus. And you just went onto that channel, and all the music that came out of that channel on the TV was specific to what the outcome is that you wanted. Now, this is in a hotel room in a little village in Croatia. So it wasn't even like a major fancy thing. So if they're doing it there, we need to be doing it in the wellness industry even more. This is going to take some time, but it's coming. I'm just letting you know, and it's coming with a vengeance. Virtual reality experiences. So the brand that has by far pioneered this and embraced it is called Natura Bise. It's a Spanish brand. And they have taken VR very seriously. In fact, they've even got an oxygen balloon that they do treatments in as well. And you can see not only have they got the VR, but they've also got the sound therapy in the ears here. So, and this is paired with the treatment. It's not just, you don't just come in and have this done. So it is, it's combined with a treatment. So this is definitely, again, something that you could start looking at. It's going to definitely make waves. It started happening about 2 years ago, and now it's starting to get more and more spas that I'm seeing these little VR experiences that are happening. Okay. Wow. Ice baths. Ooh. Okay. Anybody had one of these before? Anybody would like to have one? Okay, so this is causing major waves globally, everywhere, all over the show. So I want to show you a couple of different ones, because you don't really have to have any fancy type of bath, but the health benefits. And by the way, I just want to give you a little tip and idea. You can start this with a portable ice bath. I want to show you one. Look at this one. It looks like a little cooler box. This one you sit in. This one, the one before, you lie in. I'm going to show you another one. And this one, you sit in. So when do you offer this? Wow, you offer it after a massage. You offer it after an LED light therapy. Oh la la, the health benefits of that are unbelievable. Okay, but this is definitely something to consider. It is, and you don't have to go, now this, oh my hat, this is like the elite of elite ice baths. It's called the Monk. It's gorgeous. It has LEDs, but again, like I said, you don't have to go here. But for sports recovery centers, this is the place to go. So the reason for me showing you all of this today is because I want you to start somewhere. So I would love it. Ooh, where's my screen here? I would love it if you all started here. What's wrong with this? I think it's great. Get ourselves these little portable ice baths and start offering wellness recovery programs for cyclists, for sportsmen, for children, for after massages. The health benefits are endless. You guys can research it, but this is huge at the moment. OMG, I love this contraption. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a video clip as well to draw, and this thing looks super weird, right? But people don't have time to meditate. Yes, they say, oh, I'll do it. They don't do it. That's the bottom line, okay? How many of you know that you need to meditate? Every single one of you. How many of you actually do it? How many of you actually take the 20 minutes to sit, close your eyes, put things in your ears, and go through a bit of it? None of us. And if you do, well, then congratulations. I'm very proud of you. But the reality is that it's almost like we have to force our clients into this. And this is something that we could look at. So I'm going to show you, this is what the inside of this pod looks like. So it's a comfy chair. Client chooses, and I'm going to show you the video clip now because this really explains it all. So listen in.
Who has 50,000 views? Kanye is the greatest.
Devin Armio, KCRA digital manager and meditation junkie.
You wouldn't think like being a workaholic and meditation go hand in hand, but they totally do. It's kind of like the fuel that lights your creative fires.
So the volume is here.
We asked Devin to fuel those juices in the Soma Dome meditation pod.
Your dome away from home.
It's the brainchild of Sarah Atia.
Sort of look to see what speaks to you.
And billed as a wellness retreat for one.
We're living in a time when the pace is just, unbearable at moments.
Actually, meditation is quiet or chanty. The Soma Dome offers guided or unguided meditation. Paced by binaural beats that target specific brain waves, lit by soothing lights that provide color therapy.
The way we see this is integrating ancient modalities with modern technology. And
the greatest asset of the Soma Dome may be the fact that it's just so private, because let's be honest, when you're in this thing, no one is bugging you.
I believe this space is necessary because with all the best apps and tools and everything, if we don't, and it's not just this space, it's creating a space where we don't have people interrupting us.
Eventually, I had to crash with Devin Zen.
Very calming, very relaxing, very other than what we do every day. No bombardment. Your best thoughts are ones that come in the quiet spaces. So it allows you to be productive the rest of the day.
Soothing energy.
The Soma Dome, modern meditation meets ancient truth.
Boule. So do you see what he said in that pod? I'm just going to take you back to the picture. So that's what it looks like. He said some of your best thoughts come when you are alone and in silence. I think that's why a lot of people get their best ideas in the shower or in the bath. Now, the difference between that is, remember, one of the things that they said here is they play binaural beats. So binaural beats is also something that DJ I told you about, Brian, he mixes, and that puts you into a meditative state. So apparently it is the equivalent of 8 hours sleep. So you get out of there, and that is how these high performing execs are so good at what they do, because they just get into things like this. And now the amazing thing is that they're available to us, right? So this is something to look at. We can't get it here, but it's going to come. But I'm just showing it to you because these little meditation pods, I think they're going to start popping up at airports even. I really, really do. Where people can just, you know how they used to have those massage things at the airports? I think they're going to have meditation pods very soon, just to get people back into the right frame of mind. Okay, exosomes. I'm just going to show you some video clips. So who's already doing this? So have a look at the clip on the right. There is no sound, by the way, so you'll just see how it works. So you pull out a liquid, you use that as your gliding medium, and you needle it into the skin. Okay, there you go. Put it on, absorbs beautifully into the skin, and you needle it again. So basically, exosomes are definitely making waves. They really are making waves at the moment. It's the ability of, so I've done 3 treatments to date, and I want to tell you what I'm experiencing. Is that before it would take me about 24 hours for my redness to go away. I would get all that, you know, like sandpapery skin that you get from needling. I do it with exosomes, and within 3 hours, I have 0 redness, no sandpaper skin, recovered, firm, feels like I've had a facelift. So it's just almost next level recovery, so that your body can produce that collagen at a much quicker rate than it having to recover for so many hours. Then I want to just show you, to get a little bit creative, by the way. So who's microneedling? Please go into the, oh, nice, Melissa. So she says it's going very well with the exosomes with her. Who is microneedling at the moment? Just go into the chat box and say me. We are, nice. Okay, so exosomes is very easy, by the way. You, as you can see here, you use a needling pen and your exosome is your glide. Now, how many of you, when you needle your client's face, are needling their hands? So I want you to check here. Oh my word, I love this. I'm now officially an addict. Look there on the left. Okay, so same story. You can either put, I chose to put a special anti-age spot and anti-pigmentation serum on my hand, and I chose to have that rubbed in. Can you see? Absorbed in with the blood, okay? Or you choose the same exosomes and you put them on the skin, or you needle the exosome in first, and then once the channels are open, you can put your anti-pigmentation serum on top. I don't think it's necessary to do both. So you're either doing one or the other. The point that I want to tell you is, you should be, if your clients are needling their faces, it means that they want anti-aging. The other place where you're going to see aging is their hands. You should be doing hand add-ons as a given, as part of their treatment. So if you're not, that's something that you can start with, no extra expense. Same pin. You don't change pin. You're using it on their face. You just transfer it and you put it onto their hands. And by the way, while you're treating their face, their hands are numbing, because you do need the numbing solution on their hands as well. Okay. And then I want to show you a little sneak peek into what I've been doing. This is like a proper sneak peek, the next one. Oh, my hat. Okay. Oh, so I have been playing around with needling exosomes into my scalp, okay? Your clients would definitely not do this themselves. You would do it for them, okay? But I just want to show you, this is going to be massive for women's hair loss, by the way.
Okay. Just been needling some exosomes into my scalp. Into my hairline,
ouch.
just to try and stimulate
So much blood.
hair growth along there. Oh, it's looking great, eh? opened up all these channels.
Okay, watch.
Okay, and now I'm going to put on some of these yummy exosomes.
Yeah. Don't know if they're yummy, but
Just going to squeeze them out and let it absorb into my scalp. Wow, cool, eh?
it looks
Some
pretty rough,
reason,
but
not sure why. There is a lot of blood today. It's the third time I'm doing this. His growth has definitely been stimulated.
okay, so I mean, I don't have
But
that.
lots and lots of blood today.
Yeah, lots of blood that day.
Okay, I need some more exosomes, so just give me a sec.
There we go. That was just me recording myself. Okay. So this is something, by the way, that I think that you could do as an add-on to your exosome needling on the face. It would be add-on to hands and add-on to hairline. I can tell you now that depends on what your clientele is. How many of you, just on this chat, can tell me that you know of people who have got hair thinning on their hairline? How many of you? Please go into the chat box and say, my clients. Just want to hear. Monique says yes. Anybody else? I want to see how many in this. Danae, yes. Let's see who else. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, I think everybody's going to say yes. Okay, so now the point of today is to say that we're taking needling a little step further, okay? We're taking it onto hands and we're taking it into hairline, onto scalp, or wherever it is that the hair is thinning on the scalp as well with the exosome therapy. Nice, Liz, brilliant. And how's it going for you, Liz? She says she already has this treatment, love it. And how's it going? Is it going well? All right, next is lymphatic drainage compression therapy. Problem is you can't numb. You can't numb where, Liz? Your scalp, because I numbed my scalp.
Sorry, let me just chat to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So apparently, if you numb, it does blood flow to the hair follicle, and that kind of is part of the inhibition. You're not getting the serums into the hair follicle because of the restriction of the blood flow when you numb. That's what I've been told by some of my suppliers.
Well, I can tell you that you saw how much blood I had on my scalp. A lot of blood.
Exactly. So that's
so
for me, that's actually, it's quite difficult to convince the client that you're gonna needle them without numbing them.
But I numbed, I numbed my scalp. So I didn't not numb. I numb it.
And you got a result.
100%. On yesterday's, we have a brand partner meeting that we have once a month. There's a lady. Oh, you were on the meeting yesterday or not? No, you're not. Sorry. She does normal exosomes on the face, and she just decided in her client to do her hairline, and she showed the result after one treatment. And that's just from going a little bit into the hairline here from one treatment. Now I've gone and I've really gone quite hectic. Hey, you saw. I've needled, but I would never be able to needle if I hadn't numbed. Never. Absolutely never. So I have found, and if anything, you can feel when the exosomes absorb because they tingle like hectic. So you will be able to feel if there's nothing happening on your scalp. I feel it more, the exosome absorption in my scalp than I do on my face. It is so intense and I numb. So I don't know. I think you can numb. I'm going to ask the exosome supplier that we buy from, because we just buy the liquid, the plain raw liquid. We get it from Spain. I'm going to ask them, but they haven't told me that we can't numb on the scalp, eh? So let me revert back to you. Okie dokes.
Thank you.
Cool. Alrighty. Okay, so lymphatic drainage compression therapy. Anybody had this done or offer this already? Oh my hat. So look at the video clip on the right.
Can you see the suit swelling in it? Because that would be cool.
Yeah.
To act until it deflates. Okay.
Tracy says, love this treatment. Yeah, me too.
After eye mask cleaning.
Okay, so
Oh, amazing. I love it.
so this is a pretty cool treatment. And
That's
again,
so nice. Oh,
okay, let the clip just finish.
even the swelling thing, it's beautiful.
Okay, so basically, yes, Liz, pressotherapy, compression therapy, lymphatic drainage therapy. There's so many different ways or words that you can call it. What is lovely about this is that you can put your client in here. You can either choose to put an eye therapy mask. What I would do if I did this is I would combine sound therapy with this, because now they're getting the benefit of the sounds in their brain, and they're getting a full body lymphatic drainage session at the same time. There's some suits that are coming with radio frequency at the moment. The suit I was in had radio frequency, so it was boiling, but it was divine. And I've also had the suit where it's purely lymphatic drainage. The suit on the right-hand side, the program, I've had a couple of programs. The one is the whole suit inflates and presses on your lymphatic points, and then it deflates. And then there's another program where it works in sequence. So it starts at your feet, and it feels like lymphatic drainage all the way up your legs, into your waist, into your arms, and that's also amazing. So this, again, it's practically therapist free, because you put your client in it, put their eye mask on. You just need to check on them that they are okay and don't feel claustrophobic. But this is brilliant. Again, add on to, if massage is a high yielding treatment in your spa or salon, I would look at something like this. Okay, next one, ozone therapy. Anybody been in one of these? Or so I'll show you just a little clip.
I'm going to take this down in first. Love it.
Okay. Okay, so what's nice again about ozone therapy, my word, is you can again combine it, health benefits deluxe, and you can do it as an add-on to every package that you do. Such a nice treatment. Had it with sound therapy. It's unbelievable. Here I had it sound therapy with the earphones on, or just sound therapy in the room, Tracy, because I think the earphones would have bothered me here. But in this particular spa, there was a television, and I could choose, did I want to, so you can really choose, do you want to listen to music, or do you want to go under the sea, or what it is that you want to do? Oh, so you had earphones and a red light, eh? Okay, so I think you'd have to take it client by client. I don't think I would have coped with earphones on, because I got so boiling. I had to have a fan on. You can see here's the fan. But the way your body feels afterwards is actually unexplainable. So this is a great one. Again, combining wellness packages. It doesn't take up a lot of space. So, and the distilled water is your expense here. That is your running cost of this treatment. Immersive experiences. Oh my word, this is huge. In fact, I was at a spa in Croatia 2 weeks ago, and their normal showers, normal standard shower, you get into shower, had a button that was an immersive experience button. So you press the button, the whole shower cubicle goes dark, and there's lightning and thunderbolts, and then there's the sound of the sea, and it was unbelievable, actually. I felt like I was in the middle of the storm, and you would think, oh, water storm, not great. It was amazing, actually. So where you can, if you, what I'm trying to say here as well is if you're going to put in a Vichy shower, don't put in a Vichy shower anymore, because there's no experience there. If you want a wet room and a wet table, get yourself an immersive experience shower. So this particular one, do I have another slide on it? No, I don't. But it goes red, it goes green, it's got different sounds that you can take it through. It's got like 6 or 7 programs. It's got different heat of water and also different types of water. So there's the rainwater, and then there's the hard water, the thumping water. So this is basically the next step up from a wet room or a wet experience. Okay, this is stunning. Flotation. Anybody been in a float pod? So not a float tank or a float room, a float pod. So a thing that looks exactly like this. So flotation is making a massive comeback. I think it got a bit of, I don't know, bad vibe because of all the things that can happen or do happen in a float pod that the marketplace wasn't up to date with and prepared for. So for example, when you get water in your eyes from this, it burns, right? Or if you get water in your ears, it's very uncomfortable. So before it was like, oh, let me go and find a cloth for my face, or let me see if I can find earplugs. In this particular ISO pod, or this pod system of flotation, number one, there's a pillow for your head so that your head does not sink. You don't feel like, oh my word, am I going to sink? So you already know you're stable in that water. It's not only for your head, it goes a little bit into your back, okay? So it sort of holds you up so that you're feeling okay. Then they give you earplugs as a standard to put in, and you can still hear the music through the earplugs. And then there is a cloth in it for you, for in case you do happen to get, and eye drops, in case you happen to get the water into your eye. So it's more of a preparation and making sure that you are prepared that you won't, something won't happen in here. What is lovely about this is, look how small the room is. You don't need a big room to put this in. These new pod systems are plug and play. They clean, they filter themselves. The running costs are absolutely minimal. You basically need quite a high running cost to fill it with salt, but because it is enclosed, you don't have that evaporation. So your usage of salt is extremely low. And again, from a health and wellness benefit, if you can combine this with a pressotherapy and a session on the LED mat, wow, do you have like a proper wellness solution for your clients? Okay, so this is gorgeous as well. And that's it, everybody. So tell me, which one did you like best? What of these has caught your attention today? So we've got immersive experiences, ozone, we have lymphatic drainage, we have our exosomes, we have our pod, our meditation pods, we have our ice baths, VR, sound therapy, salt therapy. Oh my word, there's a lot to take in here. And we have our LED. So Nicola, immersive, sound therapy and red LED mat. Sound therapy, exosomes and ozone. Immersive experiences and exosomes. Salt therapy. I have a room I could use for this. Oh la la, nice, Knox. Salt. Okay, great stuff. Red LED, exosomes, VR, sound therapy. So, sure, Lena wants all of it. Okay, well, that sounds amazing. I hope that you really did get benefit from today's session, from understanding what is the latest treatments out in the marketplace at the moment. Monique says the immersive experiences as well. I would thank you to those of you who have left reviews for me. If you are finding the sessions valuable and it's adding value to your business, please I would need to win the lotto. No, you don't, Monique. It'll come. Decide, start somewhere, start small, start with one item, and then you will build your way and you will build up your revenue like that and be able to purchase the next one and the next one and the next one. Okay, so I would love it if you could scan the QR code and leave me a review. I would really, really appreciate that from all of you. And then I just want to end off with, please, if you are not a member of our community, I really want to invite you to become part of it. So scan the QR code. It will take you through to your membership options. The value that you get out of it is really, really massive. And ultimately, somebody needs to train and coach you too, like you put so much effort and time into training your teams and your staff. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it. Love you all. I hope you loved that. Please give me some feedback in the chat box or go and leave a review. And I will see you also in 2 weeks' time is when we're going to do the festive season. I think it's 6 or 7 tips. I can't remember if it was 6 or 7. Guaranteed doubling of your revenue ideas. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Lots of love. Ciao, ciao. Bye. See you. Did your face thing not work? Green? Green.